Okay, well, you gonna clap once or twice?
Just hit one clap. Ready?
Okay.
Clap. Oh, dude, that was
Oh yeah,
crisp.
that's a unmistakable spike.
Dude, we might not even have to. That was so well timed. We might not even have to sync this shit up.
Yeah, well, listeners forget that we've done this for years. I mean, everybody's got to take a little break.
We could. I mean, we could very reasonably say that we've been in the game for a little while.
No, honestly, I was thinking now that if we continue this to start back up, it's probably a sign of something bad on the horizon because we started before, like right before COVID.
That's
we
really
weren't
true.
we weren't one of those podcasts that started because of COVID.
No.
We started and then COVID came. So
That's actually why we didn't see the kind of success that we would have, is because the market
Correct.
got flooded. The market got flooded when COVID came in,
correct.
and so there was too much minutia out there for the real ones to like. I just realized I'm not even talking to the fucking mic. There was too much minutia out there for folks to sort through to in order for them to find ours.
Yeah, and then we had one hiccup where a lot of the a lot of the people that already had a podcast and ran out of steam, they got unemployment, and the previous owner or the previous pretend owner of Neanderthal Radio sends me a cryptic email about suing me for the name.
The false
Dude,
name.
the funniest part is this: like, he has like a YouTube channel, and he's just this fat redheaded queer, but he like he fucking so he sent me an email basically like, I own Neanderthal Radio. Like, there's no rights to it. He just
No,
came
of
up
course.
with it and like
Yeah.
did a couple episodes and stopped for 5 years. But then he
Yeah.
decided like, I'm coming back during COVID, which is
Yeah,
a story times 10,000. That
sure.
probably.
We've heard it all before.
But basically
if he
it was
died?
like, well, I would hate to have to. Hey, good. I don't give a fuck. Like,
No, what if COVID got him and now we just have exclusive rights?
hey, just from looking at the boy, he had a couple comorbidities.
He was susceptible. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Remember,
Yeah.
he had that one video on. His whole thing was like carnivore diet, right? Or keto.
Yeah, no,
diet.
he's the perfect like fat keto guy.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
like the epitome of the fat keto guy who's threatening like, well, if I sue you and win, then you'd have to pay my lawyer's fees. And I was just like, buddy. Actually, I sent him an email like, just responding to nothing that he said. But
It's just an 11-second voice memo of a wet fart.
yeah.
Little
Dude,
dude,
if I
little
could
did
get-
he know that you are versed in legal liaising, dude.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, after your wedding, I made friends with a lawyer that I got on retainer right now.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
if you
Yeah,
want to
straight.
come after it, Ginger, go ahead.
Yeah,
But
we
just
got it.
know I'm coming at you with the full force of UMass Amherst. Okay?
I'm on the motherfucking scholarship. We
Yeah.
isn't it funny that like it's like we do the Neanderthal thing because like obviously for reasons, but like that dude, and there's a lot of people out there like this too, which is sickening to me. But there's like a real like allegiance or something to like trying to be like cavemen and like a living like, oh well, the cavemen fucking ate, all they did was eat meat and sticks and like, and that's where that guy's coming from.
Yeah, as if if they had choices, they would
Yeah.
have been like, nah, we're sticking to the fucking tree bark.
Yeah, it's like no, their kids were getting eaten by fucking tigers, and they had to eat. And all they had was diarrhea, and they died when they were 26 years old. But yeah, like there are people out there who are like, yeah, that was the way that we should be living.
It's probably not talked about a lot, but like, I mean, you're a bow hunter.
Sure.
And you know that they were fucking, or like they were messing with some stuff that's probably like way worse than what you have today. So
Gotta
you know
be.
that they went on a rut. And when you're on a rut, like when it happens, like say you don't have food for 2 weeks, I bet it wasn't like a big deal to just be like, well, got nothing. Eat your own shit.
Eat your own shit. What about taking a bite out of someone's fucking kid? Like somebody, like
Yeah.
you got rivals back in the tribe, right? I was around a baby this weekend, and I'll be honest, he was a little overweight. All right,
Dude,
he
don't
had
get me started.
yeah, it's a heavy baby, cute as can be, right? Very sweet kid, but he's got some meat on him, right?
Yeah.
If somebody took their eyes off that kid for a second, you could take a bite, no problem. And dude,
Yeah.
you get a bite of baby fat that as a caveman, you're good for I don't know, at least another 48 hours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't like the idea of veal, but if it's just there, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, of course. The idea is never fun, but you get your
No.
teeth into it, and then it's like, all right,
But if
it
I'm
is
at a-
what it is.
But if I'm at a WOP restaurant and they say, like, oh, this is. Our meatballs are a blend of veal and pork, I'm just, like, I don't think twice about it.
No, it
Yeah,
is
give
what it
to
is.
me.
And also, they kill like somebody else is going to eat it. You know what I mean? Like the thing's
Yeah.
already dead. Like
Yeah,
the time to take a stand has come and gone.
What a job to be the one that's like, hey, like you go like, oh, I'm gonna work on the ranch or wherever with cattle, and you're the guy like, hey, we got an opening, but you're the one killing the baby cows.
Dude, I can think I think there's a worse gig though out on the farm.
Okay.
Like I'd rather be killing the babies than fucking yerking off the horses to put them. You know what I'm saying? Put that thing in
Yeah.
that like fake sleeve, like the jizz sleeve that they use for like breeding.
You see, that's where we differ. I could get into that.
Dude, my problem with it is I'd be fine. I mean, it's not something I'd be like pumped to do every day, but I think I could like get into it a little bit just in terms of like if I saw like a crazy load, I'd be like, dude,
That's what I'm in for.
that's sick.
Yeah.
But because there's gonna come a day where one of those boys gets a little out of line, and you're in his crosshairs. You know what I'm saying? Like he shows up because you got to think, dude. These horses they're smart enough, right? Like they see you coming every day, and they know they're getting fucking whacked off. Like eventually, the Pavlov's. Here we go. The Pavlov's thing is going to check in, and they're going to know that every time they see this dude waddling into the stable, it's about to,
Well, obviously that, but also think about you as just having a repetitive job. So like think about cranking your own shit. Like
Yeah.
the moves that you need to get things done, or cranking a young lady stuff like that you're
Sure.
familiar with. You're like, okay, I know the right moves. So eventually,
a consensual party.
you're so good at it that like, oh, he's 30 seconds away. If I just do the Texas Twister real quick,
Yep.
I'll be out for an early lunch.
The finisher. You're talking about the
Yeah.
finisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get everybody jerked off before noon, you could probably head home for the day.
Yeah. I'm what's crazy is like just think about the rural areas where that's done in. Like there's probably an attractive woman that is just doing some things to a horse that maybe next subject. I don't know. I just had like a Vietnam flashback.
Next subject. I don't.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I just
Yeah. You ever
tell
notice?
I'm like crying.
Yeah, no, that's fine, dude. Hey, this is the trust tree here, right? You, me,
Yeah.
all our guys out there listening.
John Maloney,
JM.
and that's about it.
Our fucking boy. I think Andrew Moser's out there listening a little bit, dude. Honestly,
I hope Moser will. Nick's gonna listen to this, but then tell us he didn't.
he's gonna pretend he
So,
didn't. But you already know we're in the ear of that
But I
boy.
see you, Nick. No, it's okay, man.
And we know you, and he knows we love him. He knows we know it's not his fault, dude. And it is what it is.
He might be featured on a video episode pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'd love to get that going, but his conduct is going to dictate a lot of that, right? And so, if he's on, if he's minding his P's and Q's, I think I'd like to make that happen. But if he's getting out of control, we can't do it. I told him that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I said, we can't have you acting like that out here, dude.
I don't know. I think he'd be a good Jamie for a couple episodes to just, put the VPN on, and we might have to come up with some good stuff for him to look up for us for topics.
Yeah, he could do that pretty well, actually. We would have to do we'd probably have to get him his own bathroom though.
Yeah, which I already got him that.
So. That's already in the business plan for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him he doesn't even need to pay me back for it. It's like, brother, that's your cup. That's
your cup. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's one of the things where it's you'd be worse off if just eating the cost on that just makes more sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's most things in life. I'm learning. Maybe it's just because I've done well thanks to this podcast and the merch.
Right.
That we're doing. I mean, the mugs, even though we haven't been recording, the mugs, just the thousands by the week. It's insane.
Going crazy. I saw one on the Olympics.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, there was a dude doing the fucking I don't know if you saw it on the news, but the dude basically was doing the high jump, I think. And or the pole.
Oh, is his fucking hog
his dick?
Yeah.
His dick and balls were the reason that he, and not
for
nothing.
Can you imagine doing the Olympics? And I mean, maybe he's probably one of these hyper competitive guys where he's actually disappointed. But if that is your legacy, I would really. There's no more goals in life after that.
Would you consider that? Let me ask you this: would you consider that adjacent to a bronze medal? The world
adjacent,
knowing,
dude, that's a gold.
That's a gold?
Yeah. Well, just think about in life, like your whole life people are, because in real life, hate to break it to you, unless you're Simone Biles, if you tell me you're an Olympic athlete, I do not give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think
I just know that you're some weird guy that found some weird sport that nobody cares about.
Like doing the armpit farts.
Yeah, because think about it. How many times do you come across somebody and their credits are like Olympic athlete, and you're just like, I don't care.
Oh,
but if you tell me like, hey, yeah, I'm the pole vaulter, and I give you the old like head to toe look, and I'm like, are you the? And he's like, yep, that's a dap up at minimum. Yeah, a dap up, sure. And I'm gonna dap you up, and I'm also gonna pull you in close, and I'm gonna be like, can I see it?
Yeah, I might try to just hug you and then get a feel like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just do like kind of like a reverb type deal, and just be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a lot of really obscure sports out there at the Olympics too. Like shit that I didn't even know anybody competed in. It was going down out there.
Yeah, there's some sports that are like shit that we used to play. Like, I didn't know, what's the one in the pool where they're like treading water the whole time, but they basically just one arm the ball to each other.
Oh, water polo.
Water polo.
Yeah, and they get crazy.
We would play that type of shit in the pool, but it was basically just like throw it at the autistic kid's head.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was a legitimate like sport.
It's sanctioned.
Referees and shit.
Yeah. I remember when we played that at camp when I was growing up. The objective was obviously you want to score, but you also want to pull somebody's pants down. Because if you pulled somebody's pants down while they were going up for a jump, like going to get the ball, you could, if you pulled their pants down simultaneously, they'd flop, their fucking nuts would flop out. And obviously that's like a gold medal. If you pull somebody's pants down and their nuts come out, that's a gold medal.
Yeah. I actually, thinking about the pool, this memory just came to light, but there's a girl at our high school. I'm not gonna name her.
Don't name her.
She
might be listening, dude. Probably is.
She was an attractive girl, but we went to daycare together. Basically, I feel like I knew her from the moment like I was in classes until
I already know where you're going with this.
The end of high school. So we were in the pool once, And at one point, we all get rushed out, and nobody really knows why. But she and she doesn't come back to the class, and we were all just like, "Oh, did something happen? Anybody see her?" And one kid had the scoop, and we were like, "Yeah, what happened?" And they're like, "Yo,
he was on the grassy knoll.
Shit in the pool." And I peek in the office.
Yep.
And she's in there like bawling, like it's a huge deal. But yeah, apparently, I don't know how it happens. Maybe it was like a wet one and it just completely missed me. But
it could be
attractive. But every time I would see her like in high school, I could never get that out of my head. Like, oh yeah, Cassidy pooped in the pool.
Oh, dude. We'll take that out.
You pool pooper.
Yeah, straight on some pee shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, it happened. But also, like, she ended up doing pretty well for herself, all things considered. Because that could derail your life at a young age. You know what I mean? Like, you could end up having to move town, go to therapy, so on and so forth. I think that young lady did pretty well for herself, all things considered. And I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there today, but the trajectory was not, I'm sure it's fine. But
yeah, dude, I think we probably
just
know
if any listeners know who I'm talking about 11 years old, she did poop in the pool.
11's pretty old, dude. 11 is pretty old. I thought you were talking like 7.
No, it was a little bit out of it was more like an after school thing.
Did you get eyes on the drop?
No,
Okay.
I wish I did.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And I like the whole time, I think until today, I always pictured it as like a solid like floating turd, but now that I think about it, if you're 11, you're potty trained, hopefully.
I mean,
I know I know.
We went to school with a couple, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There were some incidents in 10th grade, dude.
It must have been her first like learning experience of like,
yeah.
Oh man, sometimes you just get hit with it.
Yeah, I mean it happens too. Yeah.
Yeah, which if there's like a floater in the pool, I feel like, especially after having 2 kids nowadays, like that wouldn't even freak me out. I'd just be like, somebody give me a glove, let's fish this out of here.
Can we be adults about it? Yeah.
Yeah, like, this thing is full of chlorine.
Somebody ate a bunch of fucking Cheez-Its and a Fanta, like in this, and this happened. You know what I mean? Like,
but
come on.
I guess when it's like a liquid, it probably just completely,
the liquid is hard.
Like,
the liquid's hard
in the pool.
Exactly, because then you're dealing with, you're basically dealing with a lava lamp in there, and that in terms of what's it called, like trying to remedy that, I could see that being an issue. You got to drain the fucking thing. Isn't it funny that the protocol for if somebody has a full-on biohazard incident in the pool, or somebody drops a glass bottle near a pool, is the same?
Yeah, you just evacuate.
Everybody out, and you got to drain that motherfucker. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Is the old... Because I fully fell for the... If this is a wise tale, then they got me fully. But, like, is it true that if you piss in a pool, it, like, turns a color?
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. I've pissed in every pool I've ever been in, and not once have I ever had any weird color.
Okay.
And I'm talking about I've gotten into pools just to piss.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even if that was an option, even if it was my pool, I'd be like, I don't want that as an option, as an additive in there, because like, hey, it's water full of chlorine.
Dude, people get so up their own asses about the fucking, peeing in the pool is gross and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. All right, I'm not a madman. Pooping in the pool is not cool. Don't do that, obviously. If you got diarrhea, I don't want to be in the water with you. This is another thing that I mean, I'd like to get your take on, but if you got active diarrhea, I would like to know so that I can avoid getting into a hot tub or a pool with you, right? But short of that, dude, pee in the fucking pool. I don't care.
Yeah, no, but I definitely peed in it on up there in Fontana.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw, dude. You weren't even wearing pants.
Yeah, just because of the very, it was very cold, and then to the hot pool.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
Kick something
stand a
up.
chance.
Nah, no way, dude. Yeah, no, what are you going to do? Like a pervert? You're going to get out of the fucking hot tub, just waddle in the house, wet feet, walk past Jesse and Sweet Dan and fucking go rock a fucking hot piss and then go back out there? No way, dude. You're peeing in the hot tub. I don't even think Rick minded, honestly. It would have been more weird if you guys, I mean, you guys were both in there, you know, butterball ass naked. It would have been way more weird if you got out to pee.
Yeah, and I mean, let's give credit where it's due. I feel like he gets the most shout outs, but honestly, he deserves it. Shout out to John Maloney for being
Dude,
the
100%.
third person in the pool.
100%. In the hot tub.
In the hot tub, yeah.
That was that was a 4-man hot tub at a rental in the mountains of North Carolina. And Johnny got in there, no questions asked.
And dude, it was cold and windy. And just the walk from the back to the hot tub was something else. But shout out John Maloney.
Yeah, no, I think anytime you want to give him some love, I'm here for it. He's our only faithful listener. I'm pretty sure he was our first mug purchase too.
No, he was our first mug purchase, which I do want to apologize. John, I'll give you a free replacement if this has happened to you. Our first supplier of mugs. I had an OG mug. I mean, we've recently switched manufacturers, but the first supplier, I was drinking coffee one day and the handle just fell off the mug. So John, if that happened to you, send us an email. We'll give you a free replacement.
Yeah, that could ruin a day. Although honestly, I'm not gonna lie, John's probably hitting the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. I don't think he's doing any home brew.
Yeah,
I think it was
you think
a nice
it's like
gesture.
a display thing in his room?
It could be. I mean, that's pretty tight too. If like you put a sweet mug on something, like especially like that, if you put it on like a desk or something like that, like that's pretty nice. That's even
you gotta
better.
Dust those things off every now and then because
You
they
do.
will just collect a bunch of like
Dude, they
sticky
get
dust.
covered, dude. It's so gross. I have to like fucking sweep my desk once a week.
Isn't it disgusting? Like, especially at the every now and then, if I'm pulling a late shift and I gotta be there the next day, I'll just sleep overnight at the Harris Teeter. And
Yeah.
something about the HVAC there. I've talked to management or upper management because I am the manager multiple times, and something about the HVAC there. I'll wake up and just blowing dust out of my asshole. It's insane.
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. You're preaching to the choir because, as you know, I went to Kava a couple days ago, and man, I woke up the next morning and I was up about 7 a.m. and I think from 7 a.m. to probably 7:45, my asshole was just open the entire time, and not pooping.
Damn.
Just straight farts, dude. Just straight harissa avocado farts. It was nuts. No AC, I don't think there were any AC implications, so it's not exactly what you're talking about, but there's something wild about getting up in the morning and just having a full, like, just a wide open fucking range going,
Yeah, no, but there is something satisfying about, like, let's say you're in the room by yourself, but somebody else is coming in and you're just hotboxing it. I do this all the time. You're just hotboxing the room with some hot ones, and they walk in and immediately are mad about, like, they just walk in and you hear like the and then it's I can't stop laughing when somebody gets mad about a fart.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, I forget, maybe a couple days, it was earlier this week, right? Not after Kava. I was, I woke up and I was, still laying in bed. I had the covers on me, and,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I was letting a few go. All right. It was just me in there, it was what it was, right? And
it's between us.
Dude, me, you, and John. And, honestly, I think I must have had a pretty good seal going.
Okay.
Because, dude, when I moved the covers and I went to get out of bed, I got blasted, dude. And it was fucking rancid. It was nuts. And it's like, dude, it didn't dissipate at all. It was like I had a fucking, like, a main line of it. It was crazy. But it was fun. I'm glad that no one else was really subjected to it, which was nice, because it might have ended up in like a DV incident, honestly.
Dude, it is so fun to be the one farting.
Oh my god, dude. Oh yeah.
especially like you wonder like why you were ever embarrassed about it, and maybe it's because now we're to the point where we have, you know, our lovers, and there's really no impressing needed
No,
for anybody. But
the walls are down, dude.
yeah, which you're just like, man, when I'm on the at the head of the cannon,
Yeah.
there's nothing better.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And you know, don't get me wrong, there are instances where it's really not ideal. Like for example, if things are a little touch and go, as I like to say, like maybe you got, you know, you're not on solid ground with your stomach. You know what I'm talking about? Like you guys aren't really seeing eye to eye. Then it's a nightmare, right? Because any release could be a full on day stopper. You know?
Yeah.
Because you know it's going to be messy, right? But if you're if you're playing with house money, basically you're at home and you're just letting it fucking sail with, you know, some boisterous but fucking, you know, solid gas, dude. It is so nice.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I mean, locking them in your car and coming back to them, and just seeing how they've aged.
Dude, I hit the dude with the oil at the fucking auto center for an oil change with that. I felt really bad. He came out to get the keys from me, and I had the door open. I wasn't even thinking about it, dude, because I was on the way over there, and it didn't even occur to me that someone else was going to be in my car, like in like 10 minutes. And dude, I opened up the door. I opened up the door to hand the guy the keys. He didn't say anything, but I just saw it on his face. I was like, dude, my bad. That's my fault.
Well, maybe, I mean, you don't know. Maybe he was the one that left you a little treat back. He's like, all right,
I mean,
this fucker.
It could be. I haven't got it back yet. They had to keep it over overnight, but they might end up with something in there.
Well, just think about like if that was your job. That would honestly be a fun thing to do. That would be a fun
Check
thing
out
to
different
do.
Flavors.
Is like if you're just changing oil 12 times a day, and you're the one, you know, driving it out to the lot and being like, "Oh, Mrs. Davis, come where your car's ready." Just leaving one in there and then just watching them go out to their car.
I would do it just to try to get a complaint. Like, just to have somebody have to talk to corporate about the fucking the wrench monkey
Google
left
review.
a fart. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That'd be awesome. I mean, it's like, you know, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
what are they going to say? What are they going to cut your
money
hours?
back?
No, yeah, it's like, here's the $40. Sorry, Ron farted in your Acura. You know what I mean?
Well, no, the funniest part is like you could just flip it back on them.
I was going to say, no, it was like that.
Ma'am, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need to go to the doctor. I promise you, I did not fart in your car.
Ma'am, I don't know what to tell you, but we can all see the Arby's cup in your cup holder. It was like that before we got in there, and something tells me it's not unusual. Okay, so that wasn't us.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the situation now where when I leave Harris Teeter, the gym that I stop at, about the same time every day when the staff gets there, he's making his rounds to clean the bathroom, and there's one stall, and it's a African American man who's pretty cool. You know, we exchange pleasantries normally in the locker room. It's always around the same time. Like, hey,
the
what's
black
up,
dude
man?
in the gym is always cool.
Yeah.
He's always the man.
He's always in the locker room same exact time I get there with the mop, and he had just cleaned the toilet, and it's normally about the time I down caffeine, so you know it hits me.
What are we talking about? We talking about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
because I figured that's a high volume time for you.
Yeah, and I just destroy it, and I swear to God, if he's in there and I destroy the bathroom that he just cleaned, I hear him. Now he does have headphones on because they always do, but I swear to God, I hear him when I destroy it. Yeah, he'll let out like a shit, like just something of disgust. As if it wasn't gonna get shat in.
Yeah, right. You know? Somebody was gonna do it. Yeah, but dude, it's kind of like I get his perspective, dude, right? Because like you clean it up, you shine it up. I don't even like, honestly, like when we do it at the house, like when I just clean the bathroom, I go in there and fucking light that shit up. I'm like, man, this is kind of a shame.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it. That's probably something, you know, he takes a little bit of pride in. You know, I'm sure, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure that the gym owner probably comes in there and, like, you know, he's expecting to see everything cleaned up by the time he gets there in the morning. And then you show up 20 minutes before he gets in there and, you know, dropping a fucking couscous bomb. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you this. So the gym owner, so the owner of the gym, this gym was gonna go under, and then a local venture capitalist decided, like, I can't let this happen. So he bought into the franchise that this is, and bought the gym. Now the whole time, this guy, he's one of those guys that's just always there in the morning. I didn't know he owned the gym.
Oh,
But
wow.
I had seen him a couple times, like, going to the back to get supplies, and I thought, like, oh, this is just a guy that's comfortable and knows, like, oh, if I need some paper towels, I can go here in the back and get them.
Yeah, for sure.
So I finally meet the guy, and he asks, I'm like, oh, I'm Max, and, you know, he gets my name, and we just chatted up, and he was like, Max, he was like, you wouldn't have happened to leave a review on our website about stocking the toilet paper, did you? And I was like, I was so caught. I was like, yeah, that was me.
Oh, wow.
Because I did leave a review, because it was like my third time shitting in there with absolutely no toilet paper.
What?
And from the toilet, I hit the Google review of, like,
Yeah.
decent gym, but let's please keep some toilet paper in the men's bathroom.
Yeah, but that's all fair, dude. That's fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, as soon as it happened, I had like a split-second decision. I was like, I could cower and run away, or I could lean into this.
No,
and I
you
was
gotta
just like,
face
yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I told him the whole truth. I was like, man, it was like the third time I was in there with no toilet paper.
Yep.
And, yeah, you know, I did it from the toilet. And he seemed very understanding, but also I could tell he put a mark on me. Like,
Yeah.
he's cool, but that's the guy.
Well,
So,
dude, I'm, you know, not surprising, but I'm on your side with that. If you
as you should be.
dude, if you got a business where you got
Yeah.
people in there who are, you know, they're taking some caffeine and they might be on a little something else, right? Not saying you are, right? But we know some bros out there that are.
Most of them.
Dude, the one thing you got to come with is something to wipe their asses with, because I don't know how much time you spend in gym bathrooms, but every time I go to the gym, I hit the bathroom. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Dude, when you go in there and you got other patrons, it's like, it's nuts, dude. It's like an airport bathroom. People who go to the gym have the most insane dumps in the world.
And, like, I've been in there because, like, this is a crime as it is. Like, this gym only has one stall.
No, that's crazy.
One sit down.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to tell the guy, like, how about you get another stall in there, or you're gonna
Yeah.
get me in the women's bathroom pretty fucking soon.
Yeah, we'll see what that does for membership.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I forget what I was going with this, but also, like, like, if you're an Airbnb owner, a gym owner, any type of business, any person that has to stock the fucking toilet paper, if you're the one that buys the toilet paper, just spend the extra, like,
Dude,
couple bucks to get some soft stuff.
preaching to the choir. And you know what? I'll say this too. All right, get
Say
a bidet in there. If you got people in there who are paying money to stay
Yes.
wherever you are, put a fucking bidet in the bathroom, you perverts. I'm not like, dude, I get it. At like a train station bathroom, fuck them. Yeah, I get it. No problem.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever. Government, yeah, it's all good. Dude, if I'm paying you $180 a night to stay there so that my guy can fucking go hang out in the hot tub naked, put a fucking bidet in there for Christ's sake so we can enjoy the hot tub together. I don't need somebody with sediment on their ass getting into the hot tub or spotting me on the bench.
I agree. I have one in support of your argument, and two a question
Okay.
that might not be in support of your argument. So
Hey,
number
what-
one, in
that's what-
support
that's
of
what
your
we're doing
argument,
right here. Yeah.
it's like a perfect test run to, like, show somebody the other side of life. Like, hey, this is a bidet. use it, and then that person, if they like it, which I don't know why you wouldn't like it, you'd be like, oh shit, like I'm gonna get one of these in my home.
Yeah, dude.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we all know the animals that are out there. There's animals among us.
Dude.
Is there a situation where the bidet could just cause a heftier cleanup?
I could see, dude. I think if somebody was trying to use it, I'm going to try not to be crass with this, because obviously I know we got some ladies listening, and I don't like to use this kind of talk too often, but if somebody's taking a messy dump, right, and they're in there irrigating mid messy dump to the point where the water spray is hitting diarrhea, I could see that creating a real problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously the protocol is you wash up after the business has been taken care of. But if you got some sort of fucking dude, somebody in there who's acting crazy, right? And we've all seen them. You know, I'm gonna and they don't know how to use it, so they just turn that son of a bitch on before it's time. I could see that turning into a full-on biohazard. And I'll say this, since we're on the topic of gyms, the people in there who are taking dumps are ripping fucking pre-workout, creatine, protein powder, protein bars, God knows what else, right? More, fucking ground beef and shit like that. Dude, those guys are taking absurd dumps.
I've seen it, and I saw
Dude,
one
I've heard
recently. It. So this is what I'm picturing. I look, I love a bidet. I don't have one installed in my house, but I should.
Yeah,
we're going to get one installed once this basement becomes a full-on podcast studio. There's going to be a bidet right here. I might even use it on camera.
Yeah,
we might even have a tutorial going on the Patreon.
Yeah, might as well. Let's educate these people, dude.
Here's what I'm picturing as a possible negative of the bidet. We're referencing we know the animals that just walk among us. There are people around you that are just animals.
They're everywhere.
I'm picturing somebody misusing the bidet, like maybe getting up, getting scared of it. Mm-hmm. Like shit, like I ain't gay.
Yeah,
some shit like that. And
then you get a review.
And then walking around over to the locker, because like I've seen people just full on leave their shit in the locker, walk over to the toilet naked. Have you ever seen the spotting of like a dog in heat?
Yeah,
so that's what I'm picturing. Like maybe if you got one of those animals, like is that going to cause like a poo dribble all the way over to the lockers?
Dude, it could. But again, I think it all comes back to your initial point, which was, why don't we just spend the extra $6 and get some quality toilet paper, right? So, if you're homophobic, you got an issue using the bidet, no problem, man. I understand. People are raised different. I get it. Why don't we get some quality TP in there and just wipe up with that? And then, dude, if you get good TP and you got the bidet and you're still coming out with fucking Scooby snacks all over you, I don't know what to tell you. At that point, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hope you wipe down the equipment.
Yeah, there is that becomes. I feel like I've used that a lot today. Just the whole like I don't know what to tell you, because sometimes there's people that are just so fucking dumb. It's just like I don't know what to tell you anymore.
Or I don't know how else to tell you. Yeah.
But it's also it's hilarious to me, the thought of somebody seeing a bidet or seeing the water spray out of it and like just being like, that's I ain't about that gay shit.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, well, why do you think it's so popular in other parts of the world and not here? Like, it's not popular in those countries where they're not down with gay people, like some in the Middle East and Russia and shit like that. Yeah. But in Europe, they're all about it. And then you get it over here in America, it hasn't really taken off. And I think that's part of it. First of all, it's a weird French word, right? That's strike 1 and 2 with most of the boys over here, right? And then
true. And with me sometimes.
Yeah,
so
dude,
I'm
with you. Yeah, no problem. I'm there too. Like if there's a silent letter in there, I don't like it. I'll say it right now. But then, when you combine those aspects with the fact that it also is spraying, getting a good blast of water right in the dirt tunnel. Like I get on paper that that could be a problem, but give it a chance, dude. If you're listening to this now and you think, I'm not about that, dude. I was raised Christian. I'm not into that kind of shit. Give it a shot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just thinking about a pastor up there talking about not using bidets. Okay, yeah. Like that's like that is
like a bidet is like the gay
don't be
devil.
mistaken, that is gay.
Yep, that's a sin.
Quit using bidets, okay? In the name of God, cut it out.
Yeah, dude. If you want to call me a sinner for fucking hosing off the fucking cinnamon starfish after a kava dump, that's me.
Yeah, and I don't want to
It's not just me, dude. It's for everybody.
But I have a relationship with the Lord, and He's cool with the bidet. So just rest assured, God's cool with it, guys. Just let it clean you out
here.
Because
you heard it here.
I've sent you. I've seen my asshole. The problem is a lot of you have not seen your own asshole.
Yeah, that's
if you know what, that's some homework for today. If you haven't seen your asshole in the last. Let's just say annually. Annually, you need to take a look at your own asshole.
An annual anal inspection.
Yeah, because, we're getting to the age where, some people, especially with what's put in the food, some people, we're going to start coming down with some earlier cancers.
And
it's honestly in your best interest to take a look at your own asshole once a year.
Agreed. I try to do it every 3 months. But don't rely on your doctor to look at your own. Dude, get ahead of it. Be proactive, be vigilant, get in there and take a look. And I think what you were getting at is it might surprise you what a nightmare it is back there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. If you haven't checked up on that thing, it's going to surprise you. It's also
whatever you're picturing, it's worse.
I think a lot of homophobic men almost pretend that they don't have an asshole. And I bet just want you to know, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's susceptible. That's the other thing.
And take care of it.
Yeah, it's not an iron fortress, all right? You get, dude, a lot of these guys out here, acting like, it's like, dude, nobody's ever getting in my butt. Yeah, dude, watch. Just, you have a couple cold ones, you're at the race.
Yeah, it's a route into you. You got eyes, ears, nose, mouth, urethra, and your asshole. A lot of guys stop at urethra, but there's an asshole back there, too.
The forgotten door, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and don't act like you're big and bad, man. I'm telling you. That I'm with you 100% on that. It's the forgotten escape,
Yeah, I don't know. Do we leave it with them there, or do we keep going?
No, I would.
Okay, yeah.
I think we've given them a lot to think about. So we'll just go ahead and close this out. I don't know if we're going to do intro music on this or not. Copyright issues.
I'll find something.
Yeah. Maybe
I'll find something. No, this time we're going to do it right. We're going to do something that's badass, but not copyright, so we can keep it up there, because we were getting flagged for the absolute heat. Let me just tell you, whoever's the manager for Tracy Chapman, calm the fuck down.
You're welcome, first and foremost.
The second somebody heard Fast Car as an intro to our shit, it's just flagged on YouTube. And if you're the one flagging it out there, go fuck yourself. But I do think it was just the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it probably was, dude. It's going to get us all.
Yeah, that will eventually rule us.
It's a shame, too, because you already know there's some folks out there that put this on, and when they heard Tracy, they were like, dude.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. But that's fine. No problem, dude. We'll do it ourselves. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would like I don't know, maybe we'll get your friend that shreds on the guitar to give us something custom that we can, put as a staple.
Yeah. No, that's
we'll switch it up
idea,
every now and then, because after a while every podcast it just gets old. But it's like the intro music kind of gets you hyped for the pod.
It does a little bit.
Familiar tune.
Yeah. It's like an aperitif a little bit. Shout out to the French words. I don't even know what that word means. I think that's right. I think it's like an appetizer. But it gets you kind of greased up. Like it fucking lubes you up a little bit for the show.
Yeah. So a couple things to leave our listeners with. One, homework, check your asshole. I don't want any... Look, if you see another episode drop and you haven't checked your asshole, you're not allowed to listen to it.
Yeah, turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Number two...
We're not asking for much.
Number two, the fact that we're back, as we touched on previously, means that something is coming. So at this point, I would move all of your assets to cash.
Talk to him.
Keep it in a high-yield savings, somewhere where it's safe, because obviously something is coming.
Get ammunition and a gun.
Yeah, I think all of our listeners are good with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you, dude, I don't know. I've run into some folks I thought were down with the choppers, and they weren't. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were in a defensive posture. Apparently not.
Yeah, I ran into one yesterday where I would have sworn by the apparel that he had on, like this man was down with it, and turns out I was dead wrong, and I had to. I had another choice to dig myself out of a hole or lean in, and I just leaned in. But we can save that for another podcast.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's a good idea, and that's also why I don't think I do too well in prison, honestly. I just kind of roll over. But, yeah, I don't want to get into any of that. I think it's been a good episode.
Cool. Well, it's been good. Just be on the lookout for some more. We got some video episodes coming soon. In my head, I'm playing
trying to keep my calm. I gotta keep my calm while I
Music licensing reimagined.
Hold up.
Artlist.io.
Hold up.
Music licensing reimagined.
Realest nigga out here working, getting that money, smoking that perkin'. Luke can't kick game, hit like perfect. Hold up. Swear nigga don't dance, but I bust my moves. Only hitting moves when they coming in twos. Then I hit your show when I your groove like I be that nigga named still getting work in the K. Then I move back to the Ville, and them niggas wouldn't come where I stay. Yeah, got cray. Times got hard, but I lose my faith. I lose my mom, so I'm smoking this herb, trying to keep my calm. I gotta keep my calm while I gotta keep my calm while I Hold up.